So I'm Javier Camacho, and I'm here with Alisson Glesson, our SVP of Americas, and also with Jordi Botifoll, the SVP of Latin America. Thank you for being with us, Alisson and Jordi.
Thanks for having us.
So we've been talking about digital transformation in the event and virtually. And I would like you, Alisson, to talk a little bit about what that means and what are the key business drivers of digital transformation.
Sure. We've been talking about digital transformation for quite some time. It was the theme of our Global Partner Summit just last week, and it certainly has been the theme of Cisco Live here in LATAM. I'll tell you, when you think about digital transformation and why is it that our customers are asking Cisco to help them with digital transformation, it's because our customers want to make sure that they are the disruptor versus the ones actually being disrupted. And oh, by the way, that is across the board. That's relevant for every single industry. That's relevant to every single business segment, including Cisco. And when you think about the business drivers that are really causing this digital disruption, I can think of 3 to 4. Let me talk about customer experience first, because customer experience is a really important one. If you think about what our customers are going through today, never before has the customer experience been so important. If you think about social, or you think about an experience you have at a restaurant as an example, or at a particular hotel, people are so excited to share their experiences. They want to share their positive experiences, and they want to share their not so positive experiences. So if you think about the pressure of what customer experience means to our customers, it is at an all-time high because everybody is aware of everything. And that puts an enormous amount of pressure on information technology. But if you think of the role of technology, technology is in fact the catalyst for digital disruption. So customer experience, I'll talk in a little bit about what that means and what some of the technology solutions are relative to that particular one. The other thing that is really interesting is our customers' ability to attract and retain talent. That is first and foremost, because we want to make sure that we have a workforce that's engaged versus a workforce that's disengaged. Because it's through being engaged that you're able to drive innovation. And I think everybody understands that an engaged workforce is incredibly powerful. And then finally, just some of the business processes that go hand in hand along with this digital disruption. Challenging kind of the status quo, challenging some of the business models. And I would say those are 3 really good business drivers that Cisco is working together with our customers on.
Those are definitely very important. So can you give us some examples that now give us kind of an indication of who's taking on that challenge in an accelerated manner, things that you're already seeing that companies are doing?
Sure. I talked about this last week at Partner Summit, and I'll just use customer experience as one because I think we can all appreciate and relate because we're customers in restaurants as an example. Kevin Bandy talked yesterday on main stage. He talked about when you walk into a restaurant and there's a long line, what are you compelled to do? Are you compelled to stand in that line and wait? Or are you compelled to say, forget it, I don't have time for this? And that is not necessarily a great customer experience. Well, working with restaurants, working with our customers, being able to use technology to customize that customer experience, really diving into what keeps customers loyal. And I gave some very specific examples last week around our ability to do just that, to take the business process and turn it upside down and allow our customers, or I should say our customers' customers, when they arrive at their restaurant, being able to have their order ready to go for them, whether it's a coffee, whether it's a Danish, or whether it's a sandwich. During that lunchtime, that 60-minute lunchtime, having that ready to go, 100% accurate, customized to their liking, and then being able to take care of them throughout that service through technology like proximity detection, knowing where they are in the restaurant, knowing that they've arrived in the restaurant, and making that a very pleasurable experience for them. Another example is for banking. If you think about brick and mortar, when customers actually go to a brick and mortar branch versus doing online transactions, they're seldom there to do a withdrawal or a deposit. They're typically there because they're looking for some kind of specialty service. And that is really important because if you look at the various branches around countries, around states, around neighborhoods, it's virtually impossible to have expertise that's physically in the branch. And what are the odds with that customer when they show up and they want to have that information and somebody isn't there to provide that to them? Well, working with technology like virtual expert, being able to have somebody there to answer those questions, like I want to buy a house for my first time, having a mortgage expert there through telepresence, answering all of the questions that they have. That is what customer experience is all about, and challenging status quo business processes, turning the process upside down. And if you think about it, that hits all three of those business drivers. The customer experience, it impacts business processes, and it has a very positive impact on your employees. Your employees' ability to engage at work with innovative technology, innovative business solutions. So those are some good examples of some of the great work we're doing across all different industries.
I can definitely relate to those examples. Actually, my wife works, and what we're doing in the last couple of months is that we order all the meals online.
Yeah.
And the ingredients come and we cook at home, but it's a completely different experience nowadays. And obviously banking, I don't go to a bank anymore. I do all my transactions online. So those are probably something that is very tangible, that it touches all of us with those clear examples on how even transform our lives as a customer and the business models for the companies.
It is, Javier, it really is, because if you think about retailers or banking, the brick and mortar branches, the brick and mortar stores, and the fact that the online retailers know more about their customers than the retailers who are physically with them in the building. I mean, you can touch, see them, but they don't have as much information on them. And that is really the role of technology. And your example is a good one about how we've changed business processes within brick and mortar so that you can actually get that information around that customer and really focus on that customer experience.
Yeah, so Jordi, there is a lot of people that are watching here from Latin America. So how is that taking place in Latin America?
We are collaborating with most of the governments in their digital agenda execution. For example, education. We work in iconic projects like SENA project in Colombia, with Ceibal in Uruguay, with large agreements with the Argentina government in terms to train more than 100,000 students. We also work in specific areas with our network academy program all across Latin America. More than 1 million students we have already trained, and we will train 300,000 per year. So it's a massive investment, and the objective is to provide digital capabilities to the Latin America society, especially the youth, which is a great asset that they have. The other element is about the smart cities development. We have worked to provide mobility, transportation, to provide actually public and safety, energy optimization, and a bit of qualities to foster innovation all across the smart cities to make them more competitive. Cities like Rio de Janeiro, all the developments we have done together with the Olympics Games, cities like Mexico City, Ecuador, Guayaquil, Quito, and also Buenos Aires when we talk about mobility and transportation. We're very focused for healthcare and all the telemedicine, all the developments we have done, for example, in Brazil. So we have a bunch of activities in terms how to develop the digital agenda in Latin America.
So obviously you talk to a lot of leaders in Latin America, both in the private and public side. Do you see that this is taking momentum in Latin America? Is just few examples, or is really a reality for us?
They are taking momentum, and there are more and more collaboration between the private and public sector, and that combination is important because everybody agreed that the main benefit for the society are government efficiency to provide better citizen services, better national competitiveness, the smart city, the connected industry, smart manufacturing, the digital economy in general, and very relevant, the social inclusion, right? When we talk about education, healthcare, and public safety, all those are the benefits that Latin America is really taking care, and they need to improve and to increase our standard of living.
Those are definitely differentiators that will help our countries to continue to develop and go from kind of following to leading. And I think that's another advantage of this transformation, the level set the field. And that's why I think that it's so important that we are investing also in the people. I think one advantage in Latin America is age. And if we combine that with the capabilities in terms of what Network Academies is doing, I think that the potential is huge. So thank you both for being here. Thank you for sharing with our audience. I challenge you to continue to innovate and to really understand what digital transformation is all about, because we can all embrace it so that we transform our communities, our businesses, our societies. Thank you for being here with us.